So last month, January 2022, I started to try GInvest. No? I invested 3,000 and surprisingly, I gained 120 pesos, which is nice.
Nice.
So now I'm curious about GInvest and what it has to offer. So let's talk about it. Hi guys, Noitipids PH here, your average accountant and your financial friend. So last March 2021, GCash rolled out GInvest, an in-app marketplace that aims to laymanize investing for Filipinos. So in short, no, yung GInvest, ang vision niya is tulungan ng mga Pilipino sa pag-i-invest, no? It gives them the access, the ease, and also, the convenience sa pag-i-invest. So in this video, pag-usapan natin what is GInvest, How to start in GInvest, what's good about GInvest, and then what we need to consider before trying GInvest. But before we move on, here's a list of topics first that you need to understand and dapat basahin, before we consider investing. So what is GInvest? GInvest essentially is a digital investment platform within the GCash app. Kaya siya sikat na yon, it's because yung products niya affordable and very easy to use, and anyone can use because of the GCash account na gamit nila. And you can invest as low as 50 pesos, and there's a number of funds available in GInvest that are professionally managed, by fund managers.
Wow.
So how to get started sa GInvest? So sa dashboard ko, kitang-kita na agad yung GInvest. It's because na-edit ko na siya, na-move ko na siya. But if nagsisimula pa lang kayo, tingnan niyo sa baba, sa financial services, nandun po yung GInvest. So, sa isa sa mga kinagandahan ng GInvest is because yung convenience niya. So, less paperwork, madali lang siya mag-register. So, once you log in sa GCash nyo, just choose GInvest and then you will go to a registration na page. And then this will lead to a risk profile assessment. Then just answer a set of questions. Then it will determine your risk tolerance, whether conservative, moderate, or aggressive kayo. Alright, so let's move on. What do I like about GInvest? So first, it's affordable. The minimum investment for local bond and equity funds is 50 pesos. For funds that invest in foreign companies, the starting amount is 1,000 pesos naman. Isa sa kinagandahan ng GInvest is yung very accessible siya, you don't need a lot of paperwork, you don't need a lot of interaction. So maganda talaga siya. You just need to open your GCash and then start register to GInvest. And then the only requirement that you need to consider is you need to have a verified GCash account. And then 18 years old ka dapat. Also, it's easy to buy and sell funds in GInvest. You just need to research, understand the funds that you want, and then just click and buy. Another thing that I like about GInvest is the partnerships that they have. GInvest is powered by partnerships with Seedbox Philippines and Atram. Atram Trust provides and manages the funds available in GCash Invest Money. And moving into the next few years, GInvest is also looking at cryptocurrency. What? Which is very big. Especially that blockchain technology is evolving and growing, cryptocurrency is a great long-term investment to consider. Speaking of growth, did you know that GCash exceeded 2020 business targets, achieving 1 trillion transaction value with an impressive 254% year-on-year growth? So what does this mean? This means there's a lot of room for growth, improvement for the financial products of GCash, especially GInvest, no? And you may be looking at more investment funds in the future, more partnerships with GInvest in the future. So that's something I'm really looking forward to. One good point also for GInvest is the ability to try global funds, especially if your portfolio is concentrated in the local market. And now, GInvest expanded to include Atram Global Consumer Trends Feeder Fund and Atram Global Technology Feeder Fund, which are both good funds actually. And also lastly, GCash does not charge any transaction fees.
How about zero down and zero a month for a long, long time?
So this means that when you buy or sell an order, there are zero fees. And for those who are curious, there's no 8K rule here. So things to consider when trying GInvest. First, it's important to consider your management fees or your trust fees. This is important because there's no such thing as free lunch. Of course, kailangan kumita ng partners ni GCash when it comes to managing your fund, no? GInvest partners charge an annual management fee which is computed and incorporated into the daily net asset value per unit or NAV and the market value of your investments. And it's similar to broker's commission when you do stock trading. And another reason why it's important, it's because these fees, it might look small na 1% lang siya, 1.5%, 1.10%, no? But if this accumulates in the long term, it's very big. And if you're that kind of investor na who looks at long-term growth of his portfolio, of his investments, no? It's very important to consider the management fees or the trust fees embedded in those investments. Then, you need to consider yung waiting time. So this is a bit frustrating on my part when trying GInvest. You have to wait at least for 3 to 4 banking days before an order is reflected in your account, no? And this is frustrating on my side because I'm constantly checking if nag-push through ba yung order or ano ba yung status na to, na-cancel ba to or hindi natin alam, baka nagkamali ako. So I think this is something that GInvest can improve on in terms of their timeliness and efficiency of making orders. So na yun, pag-usapan natin yung NAV or Net Asset Value per Unit. So this is the unit price of a fund. The product provider computes it by dividing the fund's overall value by the total number of units the fund has. It may increase or decrease daily depending on the fund's performance in the market. So now let's say I want to compute the market value of my investment. I have to consider the NAV multiplied by the units that I own. Unfortunately, GInvest doesn't show the units that I own. I have to manually compute it. Alright, so let's just summarize the things that we need to remember again. So before we close, always remember, do evaluate your investment objective and risk appetite before you invest. Do invest that meet your investment objectives and risk tolerance. Make sure you invest in GInvest products that you understand and seek professional advice when in doubt about an investment. Ensure that you review your investment strategy regularly also. And then, do not invest in a fund that you do not understand its terms and condition. Do not invest in a fund just because everyone seems to be investing in it. Huwag masyadong makisabay sa hype. Do not get emotional when evaluating your gains and losses. And lastly, do not panic when the price of the fund goes down. Alright guys, have a nice day. I hope you learn a lot in this video. If you have any questions, feel free to email me, or if you have any comments that you want to add in this topic, please comment down below and I will try to answer as best as I can. Thank you.